I just got back from what is quite possibly the worst airport lounge in the United States, perhaps even in all of America, perhaps even in the entire world. And it was so bad, in fact, that there's only one thing left to do, and that is to show it to you all firsthand. That's right, I brought my phone with me to do a video walkthrough of the entire lounge, and once I'm done showing that to you, I'm then going to tell you all about this marvelous lounge, and once I'm done telling you about it, I'm then going to wrap up with some thoughts, opinions, and a shocking revelation that I had about what this lounge is really used for. Welcome to the Swissport Lounge at Chicago O'Hare International Airport. The entrance is right next to WEBULL restaurant, and as we move up further here, with the nice sliding glass doors will open to welcome you to this beautiful lounge. And as you see here, this is pretty much the entire thing. It's extremely small. As I kind of pivot around here, you can see now this is the, I guess, far corner with a couple of couches, disheveled pillows, and highly worn out tables for your armrest. One TV there on mute just for some visuals in the background. I'll step back here and show you the entire view. Not too impressive really. Some stand-up bar-like stool tables, and look at the wood coming right off of that table. Moving back here to the outlets, very few outlets you'll see throughout the lounge. Here are those bar tables and a couple I guess stands. The chrome stands at the bottom holding this table up are very unstable, as I'll demonstrate for you in just a moment. First though, the walls have markings over them across the entire lounge. Very dirty, and again, here are those small stands. So as I reach out my arm here with a quick little movement, they pivot and rock. So you might actually fall out if you put too much pressure when you get up. Check out these blue sofas. Extremely warm. The probably fake leather is coming right off. I've never really seen chairs that worn in any lounge, no matter how long the lounge has been in operation. So here's some of the food. This was okay for a snack type of stuff. We got some oatmeal and chips here on the back, with some glasses as well, some peanuts, Nature Valley bars, Ritz crackers, some fruit, chocolate chip cookies. I did not try them though. Some Fid Newtons, Ritz bites, some noodles to warm up with some water, 3 tiny water bottles, and here's some other things as well. Pretty much no hot food options, very limited selections for vegetarians as well, along with some flavored waters, Coke, Sprite, and really high sugar muffins. Here are the coffee stands, coffee cups, a little bit of creamer, nothing too impressive there. More views of these beautiful walls with markings all over them. A couple more blue sofas that are less worn than the other ones. Here was that central island that I kind of sat around with my suitcase and backpack there. Look at that wear and tear though. Pretty unbelievable. Now as we move into this central, I guess, storage area, note the stain on the ground. I'm not sure what you do with this big cubby. Maybe store your luggage, but it's totally unsecure if you were to walk away. Around the back corner here, if you want some art, here is your art. One airplane on the wall, and that's it, I think, for the whole lounge. One more in the back there too. One more bar stool like table, same type of thing, super wobbly, you know, bits of food and trash kind of all over the floor there. Again, if you're sitting in the middle of the lounge, you'll have pretty much nowhere to charge up, and a nice handwritten "Do Not Exit" sign. And as much as I would have loved to show you all the restroom of this lounge, which is located on the right-hand side right after you walk in, it was actually out of order. And per some of the reviews that I've seen online, apparently it's been out of order for months. And after that much neglect, I can only imagine how it would look inside. And as for the Wi-Fi, well, at least during my visit, there was no Wi-Fi. I was able to get onto the Swissport Lounge network, but again, the internet was not working. So I then tried the free Wi-Fi throughout the airport with absolutely abysmal download and upload speeds, as you can see right here on the screen. And then even after that, I tried my hotspot on my phone, and that was actually fantastic and smoked what the rest of the airport had. So far we've got horrific ambiance, non-working Wi-Fi, and non-working bathrooms. What else could this lounge possibly offer? Well, there's a lot more that it doesn't offer. Here's a screenshot directly from the Priority Pass website with pretty much all the info that exists about this lounge. But breaking all that down for you with some simpler visuals and beginning here with the amenities, this is what the lounge offers. Disabled access, no smoking, air conditioning, a TV, refreshments, newspapers and magazines, Wi-Fi with some question marks added by me, and the fact that they accept the digital form of your Priority Pass card. Now, I don't know about you all, but I've never heard a success story of asking someone on a first date or even trying to make a first impression by stating that you have newspapers and magazines, both of which can be read in an air-conditioned environment. If you've had a success story of that nature, please let me know down below in those comments. Let's talk about the hours of operation. This lounge is open from 7 in the morning to 9 p.m. daily, and it's closed on 2 days out of the year, specifically December 25th and January 1st. Now, here's one of the best parts: the capacity constraints. Access may be periodically restricted due to space constraints, especially during the hours of 3 p.m. and 8:30 p.m. daily. This location may exceed its seating limit at certain times of the day, and access is at the staff's sole discretion. I was actually super thankful to even be able to get in at all, because if you look online for a lot of other reviews and photos from other people, there are tons of people saying that they were turned away and that Priority Pass was not being accepted when they were there. I personally got there around 10:50 in the morning, and I was actually told by the front desk agent to come back again after 11 because they were in the middle of doing some cleaning, I guess between different shifts. So I ultimately got there probably at 11:05, 11:07, and I didn't have much of an issue at all. So I would probably recommend late morning to midday, maybe 12, 1, 2 o'clock. And then once you hit that 3 o'clock hour beyond, it's probably gonna be very difficult for you to be able to use the lounge. All right, so where is it? Well, it's in Terminal 5 near Gate M13, and it's between a restaurant and a retail store location. That retail store right now is currently called I Love Chicago, and the restaurant is called BigBull. To help better orient you around this, here's a screenshot from the flychicago.com website, and I circled here gates M10, 11, and 13. It's kind of in that area right there that's circled in red. And for a real world visual, here's a freeze frame from the video that you saw earlier with the BigBull restaurant there on the left. The lounge is kind of straight down the middle between that restaurant and the sweatshirt rack of the retail store, which here's a visual of that, which is the I Love Chicago location. The entrance is really nondescript. Actually, if you miss that standing sign, or if you're looking at it from the other side, it's actually completely blank. So you've only got to see it from one direction, and that's why I actually missed it 4 times. Maybe I'm just a special kind of idiot, who knows? Now let's talk about the Priority Pass access. For the time, you get up to 3 hours prior to your departure. You must show your Priority Pass card, be it the physical one or the digital one, in the Priority Pass app, along with your same-day boarding pass. For guests, that will simply vary by your membership level with the Priority Pass program. So for example, if you have 2 free guests, then that should be valid here. Children under the age of 4 are admitted for free, and for the dress code requirements, you must have shoes. I have no idea how strictly they enforce that though. And now for the absolutely shocking revelation that I had when I went to the Fly Chicago website and looked up this lounge in the directory of amenities. The Swissport Lounge is actually one of the contracted lounges used by some major international carriers for their premium passengers. These airlines include Air India, Alitalia, which was the brand bought out by ITA Airways, Royal Jordanian, Etihad Airways, LOT Polish Airlines, Turkish Airlines, Emirates, Finnair, and of course Priority Pass as well. How crazy is that? So for people flying, for example, business class, which confers you access to the lounge at the airport, and you're on Emirates, Etihad, or Royal Jordanian on these nice international carriers about to embark on a 14, 16, 18-hour flight, your prize that you get for being such a great, premium customer is the Swissport Lounge. And perhaps the most deceptive part out of all this is that after spending tens, if not hundreds of thousands of points or miles or thousands of dollars on your flight, then you go to this lounge and you go see this nice intro here, which looks pretty nice. Some nice wood panels there, a semi-clean floor, I guess you could say, some cool shiny black tiles there on the desk, even a flower to make it feel homey in the background behind the desk. Looks decent. Then you go in, turn right into the lounge, and this is what you then see. And this screenshot, by the way, not a screenshot, but again, a freeze frame from my video, is the entire lounge. I cut off a tiny bit But for the most part, what you see right there is what you get. And check this out, despite this being a low resolution capture for my video, you can still tell that this is a really worn out chair. The nasty. And there you have it, an exceptionally small place that's poorly maintained, very worn out furniture, no hot food options, limited selections for vegetarians, no windows, no working Wi-Fi, no working restrooms, and pretty much a basement type of feel under someone's house that is apparently going to be marketed for premium passengers on some of the best international carriers. You all can do as you please, but my verdict is that this would be a lounge to avoid at all costs. I'd much rather go out to the terminal, spend my own money at a restaurant or a bar, and relax that way. If I were to think of two positives about this lounge, the first would be that those blue sofas in the middle were actually extremely comfortable despite being worn out to the very ends of their life. And number two would be that the staff was actually pleasant. And that's a wrap for the worst airport lounge on planet Earth today. If you enjoyed today's video and believe it could benefit or at least entertain other people, then please help me get it in front of them by liking this video, subscribing to the channel, and turning on those notifications. Also check out the links down below in the description area to earn some more cash back when you shop online through Rakuten, and to view my site with some great credit card offers that I've organized into different categories to help you find the cards that you like best. I thank you all for tuning in to today's episode of How Low Can You Go in the Airport. I look forward to seeing you in future videos, and while you're waiting for the next one to hit this channel, always remember that you are great.